Very good evening, everyone. Welcome to this evening's isolation session. Before starting, risk warning, trading is risky, obviously. Market-based products such as CFD, spread bets, options, and futures inherently higher risk as they carry leverage. Please be aware that these signals you can't get your complaint heard from the Ombudsman or the Compensation Services Scheme give you compensation because these trades aren't a personal recommendation to you. Please also be aware that Synergy is authorised and regulated to deliver this service by the FCA. Let's start. So let's start. It's again quiet Monday. Typically, beginning at the end of the week, it's times where you see false and trap moves made against the prevailing trend. It's not the best time to trade. And plus, there were no setups, so you can't make it up. Trust me, it's not worth sending a signal that you're 50-50 on, you're half sure, because they will always trip you up. So it's just not worth it. And it fosters sort of confidence needs to be fostered and harbored in trading, to keep your stats up, because that's what you pride yourself on. That's what you put your hard work into. So let's see what we got. So we got this absolutely stunning setup on AUD CAD. Very close to pulling the trigger today, but it hasn't quite shown us everything we needed to see. If we get rid of this Gartley, that's just there, or whatever it is, a butterfly. What we can see is, first of all, there's a big W, a break, and a retest. So we know we have that structure in place in the second zone of consolidation. The retest is off the correct targeted entry for this time frames pattern, level 1, level 2. We have broken this little structure here in the pullback, and we just want to see a close above that, and I will be taking that long. So we shall see how that one pans out. GBP AUD selling off. This could be one of two things. I've got this as a big level 2, and I haven't traded it properly. But if I have a look where the previous peak is, it's all the way up there. So this is quite a wide consolidation zone. We can still come down to the 800 and not touch the first zone. So anything can happen here. It's not one I'm particularly fond of because of how many pips it moves. It's almost unmanageable to get a reasonable stop loss on. But for now, pass. CAD JPY, CAD CHF, sorry, trying to make some moves. Sort of has made some nice moves away from the completion of this big ABCD. You can also see the market makers pattern 1, 2, 3 to the low. If I zoom in and have a look what's going on closer, we can see that we have a break and a retest. The retest happening today. Nice clear break of this structure. Retest. So what else can I see here going on? I can see a high and a higher low. I can see an equal high and a higher low. I can see a higher high and a higher low. That for me is trend. So what have we just created? We've created a higher low. What are we going to expect from a higher low? A higher high. What has the market done so far? It's done 3 days of rise. Market must chop or drop. What did it do? It dropped. So we want to see some structure play out here and jump on. Really good one potentially for tomorrow. CAD, CHF, AUD, CAD. Top trades so far. Bear with me, sorry folks, I've got a terrible bloody Christmas cold coming. I've got 2 young kids, and whatever they bring back from school, we get a good old cop of it. So let's battle on. So yeah, CAD CHF, really like that. Again, remember the W structure that I was talking about yesterday. You can see it here. W. Break. 1. Pull back. 1, 2. Is it going to give us a third? Perhaps. I'm not interested until it shows us some structure. So pass. GBP JPY, not touching it. Peak formation. Pass. Euro GBP starting to make some moves. That's good. So we got the premium into here. We were long, and I think everyone had it much lower. Standard group had it, tell a lie, at 60. And we've nearly got TP1, very close to TP1. And then we got the premiums in here on this Gartley. But ultimately what it's showing us is a really nice break, retest. That's it. Just a break and a retest. What else can you see? What else can you see? You can see it. You can see higher lows being created and a high, higher than this high, which is trend. So now we're expecting we're in the high low, high territory, and we're waiting for a higher low. These are all green candles. You know, they're very non-supportive of any market looking to hold up. So if the market does test here, it will probably eradicate all of them down to the EMAs. But this is the structure of the market that we're looking to trade. So we can identify that this is the low of consolidation too. Notice the W, 1, 2, 3, pull back, 1, 2, expecting higher prices. Level 1, level 2, previous peak, all the way up here, loads of room to go. Looks good. Euro USD, I would never trust this. This to me looks like it wants to just fall away. So the only flip side to that is this particular candle, this green one up and the red one down. And this method I've learned from Steve Mauro. He taught the market makers method. It's taken me probably about 7 or 8 years to get to a reasonable level at it. But these particular candlesticks were known as railway tracks because they just look like a straight laid down piece of track on the way up and on the way back down. And where they are pinning at the 800, the fact that we've got 3 pushes to a high and a double top, middle of the range. Is there a trend being established here? There isn't. You know, it looked like it here, but they broke it down, hence we're in consolidation. It's a lower high than this high. Is there any trade there for me? Not convinced there is. Not yet anyway. Nothing for me to jump on here. No sequence, no continuation pass. Euro JPY gathering at the, what have we got? Gathering at the 200 EMA. Notice that candlestick formation, the railway track. Notice the railway track here. Notice a little bit here. Notice it at major turning points. So just get used to little telltale signs where the market's found some support, and it's probably found some support here. What do we care for it? Do we care for it? Not really, because this is, for me, showing it's completed the market makers pattern, level 1, level 2. Peak formation, even if this is level 2 and this is level 1, it could be level 1, level 2. But what I noticed about this is it's all high highs and high lows, which does indicate trend, and whereas this is not, nor is this. So this is a peak formation. Market makers can trade both ways in a peak. We've looks to have completed level 3 rise. We'll see where we are. GBP CHF. GBP CHF has actually completed a Gartley pattern right here, right now. GBP CHF completes a nice ABCD here. A, B equals CD. This is also a Gartley long off the lows. The only thing I don't like about it is I can see 2 clear red candles. So 2 days of drop typically means that you'll get a third. So I better be careful about getting trapped in that sort of thing. So I am going to pass. Enter DJPY, pushing in the peak formation at the moment, chopping around the 50 EMA. Is it going to go higher again? Can see 2 levels of consolidation. So I'd expect potentially so. AUD, USD, now this is the one that everyone's waiting for, that follows my methodology. So the harmonics at the minute are keeping it at bay, the yellow harmonics, that is. If you have a look at the blue, we're expecting a blue down, and we can see the pattern here, shoulders, head and shoulders, where you expect to see it as an or an M top, let's call it for now. We've got A1, A2, and see how the clues you have to glean are lower lows and lower highs within consolidation too. We know that there is downward pressure on this market. We know that USD CAD has completed a harmonic buy pattern on the flip side to this. So the stars are aligning that these two are going to exchange. We need to get short of it. It's not as easy as you would imagine. So the first thing we can see up here is this change of character, and then we have seen a break of structure, and we haven't seen the retest yet. If this gives us something up here, and then we get a small staircase lower, I will consider taking that, and we will just have to wait for it. Gold moving, you know, forward in quite a nice structure. Change of character, retest, break, retest. Expect to close above before we consider getting long. And we can see the market makers' intentions here to take prices higher in a measured fashion. Level 1, level 2. Expect higher prices. Euro NZD chopping around at the bottom of the blue harmonic. We do expect this to give us higher prices. This is level 1, level 2. Whether or not the blue harmonic extends from the top to the bottom to give us an ABCD or a Gartley buy would be something to keep an eye on. I don't think there's any sequence for us. It's simply chopping pass. AUDCHF, so we had long on this last week. It's not something I'm looking at really as a serious contender long, I don't think. Reason being, we've gone over this on previous videos. Market makers pattern, I'm not convinced. I think we could come down here still. This is all the harmonic traders trading this big Gartley with an extended CD leg with an ABCD in it at the 78.6. But for me, I can only see 1 and 2 pushes. There should be a third push. Could be wrong. If price does show me a maneuver, then I will entertain it. But at the minute, I'm not seeing anything that I'd love to see, to be fair, but I am seeing this high, 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 low, high, 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 low structure in front of my eyes. So that's the main thing that you have to notice, is there is some structure going on. Now, high highs and high lows, high highs, high lows. Again, need to watch carefully here. Euro AUD, this is a similar situation to Euro NZD. Level 1, level 2 hasn't completed the red harmonic move lower yet, got close. And let's just delete that. Safe take profit, is it really? Not sure that's right. Expect the ABCD to come down to here. Potentially that would be in thin air though, and that would trigger these green candles, so probably would extend a little bit lower. So we'll just pass on this guy for now. He looks shaky, even though the bias is long as per the pattern, but you can only trade when it's in your favor. And it's not in our favor at the moment, so pass. Euro CHF, now this is one that I am monitoring closely because it's completed and done a lot of good stuff to be put on the notice board of being aware of it. So definitely completed in my eyes the market makers pattern on the way down. Massive double bottom on daily chart. You know, we're talking years here. We've completed 3 years of low. This is the ultimate entry for high risk entries, let's be honest about it. 1, 2, 3 to the low. But when you zoom in closely, you can actually see the method of your strategy on how to enter on the lower time frame. So at the minute, we can see the big picture patterns completed. Go down to 4 hour. So simply this leg is where we're looking for at the minute. We're looking for behavior that we can recognize. And the behavior I can recognize is that the market works in threes. So we have sold off 3 weeks of drop, 1, 2, 3. And I can also see higher highs and higher lows being created at the minute. I can also see on a closer time frame within those higher highs and higher lows, various breaks of structure. So lower high, this particular, the fact that we've broken there and the fact that we've broken here is almost a no-brainer for going long. If we get some development here, for example, this high, 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 low, high, 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 low, close above, again, brilliant. GBP USD, not too keen at the minute. This is level 1 consolidation. Price is showing us what its intention is. It is creating high highs and higher lows. However, that high high and high low is not infinite. It's in a cycle of 3. Can we see 3? Yes. 1, 2, 3. These are internal related to this particular trend. So we're certainly seeing that on GBP/USD. We're in the middle of the zone. I don't think there's much maneuver or sequence available for us. I'm passing on that. Any more to go? USD JPY, peak formation pass. USD CHF, again, big Gartley pattern has failed and held up. It's obviously sweeps and stops on this wick. Pattern's still there though, the M, A1, A2. It has to come down and hammer this bottom peak out. Market making patterns complete, level 1, level 2, level 1 over the 800, level 2 over the 50. Adjusted this for so long that I should now. They definitely split the zone in there as well. Copy it over the bastard. I can't show you in the detail I want to pass. Anyway, double bottom probably in the making. NZD USD again being governed by the huge harmonic, much like AED USD. You'd think it looks the same. These two charts, yes, this particular bit does. But the fact that we are in a clearer setup here, we've got level 1, level 2, peak formation complete. We're either going to test the lows. I don't see us doing the situation in Australia. I just don't see it. It's a different market. It is a different market compared to what Australia looks like. Let me just go back. Yeah, that's quite clear cut in my eye. And if I go to NZD, it's not like that because we have level 1 here, level 2 here, and for me it would be a peak. Potentially we're going to go down here. Remember, we're not in this trade. We're just weighing it up whether or not we should. We're trying to be deductive, looking at previous price movements. For me, on this little trend, 1, 2, peak, trap, false, and it's either starting to give an accelerated move up to the 800. There's very good odds that's going to happen, you know. Look at the structure here. High, 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 low, high, 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 low. Quite evident. We have completed the harmonic move. I'm just passing. It's not clear enough. ADJPY, that's a clear peak, so waiting for this to break down, pass. EuroCAD, not really doing a great deal at the minute, but we've definitely had a break and a retest. High, 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 low, high, 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 low. So this is setting up quite interestingly on a close above here. There's quite a few pairs really for tomorrow that we have to take a couple of, because it is getting to Christmas and the markets are difficult. Right, USD CAD. So this one also setting up. This one's looking relatively easy. Don't want to see too easy, but relatively double bottom, 3 weeks of drop, clear. That's what we want. Looking to get long. What have we seen so far? High, 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 low. Want to see a high, 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 low. So that was also a break, retest, and then a move away again. That's what I want to see. Now, where are we in this entire move? So let's just take this red, blue guy. So completed harmonic move in USD CAD at the moment. I can't believe I can't copy this. It's so frustrating. Just draw it alongside then. Second. So we know we've completed the move down, and we can see we completed it in 3 waves: lower, low, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high. That for me is completed. We're going to have to start looking for longs, and it would be a really early long. Having a look here because it's just one candle. We haven't seen structure really, so it's still early to be stepping out in front of the train. It is still early. It will probably hit you. Yeah, pass. CHF, JPY, pass on that. Peak formation. AUD, NZD. This was tempting me into a long earlier on, but I have passed. Level 1, level 2 on the way up. Level 1 drop. We have had this as a long. In terms of short term, this is a beautiful Gartley in front of your eyes. Price is moving up at the minute. High, 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 low, high, 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 low. Price is lower overall. I'm not sure. Pass. CAD JPY, peak formation, and pass. So there you have it, folks. Any questions? If you'd like to learn this method, we do provide one-on-one training. just please direct message me at Synergy Signals. And I wish you all the best. Thank you.